Also, now, this comes up too at these conferences. I've got 1,000 CDs that I pressed up. No, 2,000 CDs that I pressed up. They're down in my car. Should I bring them up here and start passing them out to people? Let me tell you from my perspective what happens. Is I come to conferences and I have a bag. And people are like, can I give you my music? And, please, sure. I get the music. The bag starts getting bigger. And you guys have one bag that eats things? Everybody's got one, right? One bag that like eats everything. You put it in there and you just never see it again. It's like the black holes, like the Bermuda Triangle bags. All right, but this is not that bag. This is the bag that gets bigger as you put stuff in it. So by the end of the time, I'm carrying this big old bag around of people's music. And I have every intention in my heart of hearts to give everybody a moment and to listen to the music. I really want to do that. What's my intention? But it gets back to my studio and it goes in this corner. And I keep looking at it. It's like, well, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. And, maybe from the good graces of an intern that I get from Musicians Institute, maybe they'll start on it and then bring things to my attention. But you know what? It's so overwhelming. What's preferable to me is when I meet somebody and they make an impression on me and they say, can I send you some music? And that's a cool thing. I'm fine with that. I also want to think of, why do you want me to hear it? Do you want me to write about it? Do you want me to bow down and worship it? There's things like that. Like every day when I go to my post office, there's music there, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I'm not really clear, and nobody tells me in a cover letter. They're like, here's my CD. I don't really understand kind of what that thing is. But again, the first time you meet somebody and they make an impression, then there is an open door. And this event is about opening doors and windows. It's not about slamming them shut. So we can do that with our power. We can use this event to get information, okay? Be aware that if you enjoy a panelist or if you enjoy somebody that you meet in a mentor session or somebody weighs in favorably on your music, if you send them a thank you card, old school, baby, old school. Send them a thank you card or a funny postcard with like a Chihuahua dog dressed up like a baby on it or something. That'll make an impression. That will absolutely make an impression, all right? I didn't mean about the Chihuahua dressed like the baby, but I'm saying, just use that as an example. Shelby Lynn, I have a Chihuahua dog, that's right. I was thinking about that. But anyhow, point being that you open in these lines of communication, so down the line, when you see people again and again, and since you are professionals in this business, you will encounter the same people over and over and over again. And Uncle Dan has a phrase which is never step on toes connected to an ass you may someday have to kiss. Right? So we treat people with respect. We treat people right? You don't blow people off, right? I network for the future, as I told you. That's why I teach, I teach because I meet people on the way up. I write about people on the way up. And when you meet people and befriend people and help those people when they are on the way up, that's the way it is. It's one thing to say you'd like to write with Ryan Tedder, but it's another thing to say you can recognize the next Ryan Tedder, okay?